We're going to explain how to fix the unclosed string literal error. This error, common in many programming languages like JavaScript, Python, Java, and C++, basically means you started a string using a quote, single or double, but forgot to close it with the matching quote before the end of the line or the end of the code block where it belongs. Let's look at how to troubleshoot this. 1. Carefully examine your code. The simplest solution is often the most effective. Go through your code line by line, focusing on the line indicated by your compiler or interpreter's error message. Look for any strings that are started with a quote, either single or double, and ensure they are correctly closed with the same type of quote. Remember that a string that begins with a double quote must end with a double quote. It cannot end with a single quote, and vice versa. Often, a simple visual scan will reveal the missing quote. 2. Check for escaped quotes. Sometimes you might be using quotes within your string. If you need a quote character to appear inside your string, you must escape it. Many languages, like JavaScript, Java, Python, and C++, this is done using a /p before the quote character. For example, he said, "One, hello," correctly uses a backslash to escape the inner double quotes. Using a backslash here is a common cause of an unclosed string literal error. Pay close attention to how you've handled quotes inside strings. 3. Inspect multi-line strings. If you're working with strings that span multiple lines, the rules might be slightly different depending on the programming language. In Python, you can use triple quotes, or to define multi-line strings, which simplifies handling new line characters within the string. In other languages, you might need to use special characters to indicate a new line within a single-line string or employ string concatenation. Carefully review how your language handles multi-line string literals. Make sure that all opening triple quotes have a matching closing triple quote, ensuring the correct closure of the string across lines. Look for typos. A simple typo, like an extra character or a missing character somewhere near the string literal, can sometimes lead to this error. Carefully review the characters immediately before and after your string literals to identify any typos which might accidentally be breaking your string literal. Even a seemingly unrelated extra character can sometimes throw off the parser. 5. Use a code editor with syntax highlighting. A good code editor with syntax highlighting will visually help you spot unclosed strings more easily. The editor will often change the color of your text, making it apparent when a string literal isn't properly closed. If you're not using one, consider switching to a more advanced code editor to benefit from this feature. 6. Examine related code blocks. Sometimes the unclosed string error might point to the wrong line. The actual error might be in a function call or another code block that's being used. Check all related code segments to ensure that there are no issues with string concatenation or any other operations performed on strings that could be responsible for the error. Systematically checking these points, you should be able to quickly identify and resolve the unclosed string literal error in your code. Remember, careful attention to detail is key.